I just want to say thank you, everyone that showed up today, and my apologies that the message wasn't sent that we were just meeting over Zoom today.
Are we still waiting on Councilor Tyso? Let me see if figure out what's going on. And Ernie's having a little trouble. I'm gonna close my door real quick. I'll find the link. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I only got the link. I found it finally in my personal email, not to my city email. That's why I had to call you for the link.
Okay, I'm just.
But I guess I could have just gone to the agenda too and gotten it, but my brain's not functioning.
It's Friday.
That in a very rough couple weeks.
Yes. And Peter said he would be here in a minute to join, so. Jan's trying to log in now. There she is.
Good morning, Jan.
Sorry, I was cutting it a little close and I couldn't remember where the link was.
That's okay.
Okay.
So I'll start off if it looks like we have everyone now. So I'll just kind of start off. On our agenda today, we have just election of officers. We need a mayor and a president for signatory purposes for any sort of city business. And so that's what we're here to do today. But one of the things that I forgot to add, and it's not a necessity, but it is a thing that we typically do after election or post-election, is we accept the official results. And so I would like to ask for an inclusion of that item in the agenda today as just a motion second and acceptance of the election results that have been certified by Washington County as of Wednesday.
Is the Secretary of State certified?
I haven't gotten word from the Secretary of State's office yet, but I did get word from Washington County. So I would have to check with Secretary of State. Maybe that's something that we put off then.
Yeah, I would say we might want to wait until we make sure it's certified. I don't know if any of them were close enough to trigger the hand recount, or I don't remember what that threshold was.
I think it's like 0.012.
Oh, Ronnie's admonishing us because we didn't do a roll call.
We'll do a roll call in a minute. I was just trying to get through this first, but, yeah, I think it's 0.012 on that piece,
Okay.
but yeah, we can start with a roll call, and, I just wanted to accept the official results first, so then we know what our council really is.
I mean, I guess we can just do that based on Washington County certification.
That's what I was hoping to do, and then we'll conduct a roll call, so that way we acknowledge that we have a quorum of 3. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, can we make a motion before roll call or?
Well.
I guess we have to, right?
This is uncharted territory, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think
hang on one second.
roll call probably should come first and then we'll,
And then, yeah, probably. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, we're happy to do a roll call first. So, Counselor Thompson,
here,
Counselor Manellis,
Here.
Counselor Tyso,
Here.
right? All 3 remaining counselors are present. And we have Mr. Watts here from legal counsel. So the 2 things that I would like to add is 1, acceptance or not of the official results, since we haven't heard from the Secretary of State's office yet. And then the second was just to update. I asked Mr. Watts to be here just to give us a little bit of info on quorum laws, since we're kind of again in uncharted territory here. And there's some question about us being able to talk to one another and until we're able to get additional counselors. So I asked him here for that we can go afterwards. But so if I could get we have officer appointments was the main purpose of this meeting, so that the city could get signatories. But I also believe that it would be in our best interest to accept the official results. And then if Mr. Watts, we can finish up with Mr. Watts just giving us a brief on Hardy v. Lane County. So we're all familiar with the quorum piece.
All right, then I'll make a motion to add to the agenda. We probably need to make it the first item to the acceptance of Washington County's certification. And then we can, I guess, do the counselor appointments, and then we can move a motion also to review quorum laws with a city council.
Thanks.
I'll second your motion.
You, all those in favor, just show of hands. 3-0, thank you. So we'll add those 2 on. So I have first item on the agenda is going to be accept the official certification from Washington County. Second is officer appointment. Third is Hardy v. Lane County for Mr. Watts to discuss. So quorum, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Motion passes 3-0. Next item on the agenda is the accept the official cert from Washington County. Is there a motion on that?
sure, I'll motion, I move that we accept the results of the recall election from Washington County.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor? Show of hands will be fine. 2. All those opposed? 1. Fair enough. Motion carries 2-1. All right, next is officer appointments. We have 2 officer appointments. We have the role of mayor and the role of president. Is there a motion? Can I have a motion to appoint a mayor?
I make a motion to appoint Counselor Thompson as mayor.
Is there a second?
I don't think I'm qualified to be mayor. I feel like that role should go to either Shauna or Mark.
That's
I
what
said-
Mark moved.
But you
I said
have-
Counselor Thompson. Yeah.
So that's what
Oh,
Councilor
you said Thompson. I'm sorry.
Yep.
My bad hearing.
Melton.
Yes, I'll second that.
All right, thank you. All right, there's been a motion and a second to appoint Counselor Thompson as mayor. All those in favor, show of hands. 2, all those opposed. All those abstaining. All right, so motion passes 2-0-1. Thank you very much. And then our second one is appointment of council president. Mayor Thompson, I will let you take over the agenda from here on out.
Thank you, Mike. I'm going to just take this opportunity real quick to just make a brief statement before we appoint a president. My fellow councilors and I, along with the city staff, are saddened by the results of the recall election. We did not support the efforts of the recall and were unhappy with the outcome of the election, but we accept the results of the election and have taken an oath of office to fulfill our duties as councilors, and we intend to do that as best as we can. We're now left with a council of 3. Our charter requires that we appoint a mayor and a council president from the existing council members. This is not a task that any of us were hoping for, but rather it's something that has to be done. I see the appointments we make today as a temporary solution in order to keep our city and government running smoothly. Once we have a full council, the council may decide to revisit these appointments and make changes as the council sees fit. In addition to selecting a new mayor and president, we are also tasked with the responsibility of appointing 4 more council members to the council. The city will make a formal public notice of the openings. Once they have noticed the openings, we will leave the application window open for at least 30 days. After that time, we will extend an invitation to applicants to interview for the positions. The process of filling all the vacant seats could take several months. We ask for your patience and grace as we navigate these uncharted waters. So with that, I would like to nominate Mark Manellis as council president.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All those in favor? 1, 2. All those opposed? All those abstaining? 2-0-1. Congratulations, President Manellis. Congratulations, Mayor Thompson. Congratulations. Yeah. So, our final point of business, Mayor.
Our final point of business is to hear from Peter Watts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so until we have additional counselors, you're in a pretty tricky spot as far as public meetings law goes, because if 2 of you are having a conversation, it constitutes a quorum. So that doesn't mean that you guys can't have a conversation with each other outside of a public meeting, but it does mean you can't discuss county or city business. I say county because I've staffed a county that had 3 county commissioners, and it is really tricky because it's counterintuitive, and oftentimes a social conversation, which is normally just segue into, well, what do you think about that? And so it's just for the next couple of months, just try to be really thoughtful. During a time like this, we want to be as transparent as possible so that the members of the public understand the work that you're doing and that you're doing their work. You might need to have additional meetings as things come up, just because if 2 of you, if you'd like to have a conversation on a matter of city concern. If it's just something general, like we've got 30 days and then, this is what our charter says, that becomes kind of the gray area. But really what to keep super mindful of is anything that will be a decision. So that will be like candidates for appointment. It would be any city legislation that you have coming in front of you. And you can have a conversation with Mike, and you can have a conversation with me. It's just kind of critical that you not discuss things with each other. And then the other thing is kind of the optics. I represented a city where a majority of the city councilors were meeting in a restaurant. I shouldn't say meeting, because they said that they did not discuss any city business. And but there was a public perception of, well, what's going on here? Are they having these conversations? Are they hiding something? And it created some distrust. So usually we encourage people to be friendly and socialize and all those things. But just kind of, my advice would be to be mindful of optics. And if two of you happen to be in the same restaurant, or you're having a meal or something, having additional people at the table that can basically vouch for the fact that no business was discussed is helpful, because it's almost an automatic OGEC investigation. I mean, it's if only to have the conversation with the third or fourth party to verify, but any public meetings violation, they're going to investigate that, and you guys don't need that at all. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
I mean, that's just going to be super tough, right? We live in a very small community. I mean, there was an event at the middle school that Mayor Thompson's child was in. I attended because my child wanted to go. If it's going to come to a factor of we can't even do community events, I don't know. I'm just mentally spent.
You know, you can absolutely do that. What you can't do is discuss city business. So if it's Councilor Thompson's daughter did a great job at that event, you must be proud of her. That's absolutely a comment that you can make. If it's like, hey, I saw we've got 6 applicants in and I'm really favoring applicant X, that's what you need to avoid.
Well, I mean, I just see the it coming through with optics, and someone that they're out there, they're just going to file OGEC ethics complaints against us, and I'm not going to deal with it. If it happens, I'm done.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong statement. I was at the same thing, and the three of us said hi to each other literally, and my granddaughter was in the same production that your children were in, and it was a great production, but that's all we said was hi, and isn't this great?
And if someone files an ethics complaint because of optics of 3 of us saying hi to each other, peace out.
Yeah, I know it's really hard. I mean, Deschutes County has 3 county commissioners, Crook County has 3 county commissioners, all of the Eastern Oregon ones do, and they find a way to make it work. And you know, we're immediately noticing these vacancies, and as soon as there are more people on, then well, you can go back to taking walks. And not that you can't do that now, just yeah, I think I am super mindful just because of everything that we've had going on. Is, you know, there is it's kind of going to be a walk back to with the public, with the community, all of those factors. So yeah, I mean, I wish we weren't having this conversation, but I need you guys to understand the legal risk so that you can make informed decisions.
Thank you, Peter. I think we're hearing from you that we just need to be very careful about conversations that we're having, and it's tricky right now because there are only 3 of us, so that makes 2 out of 3 a quorum.
Yeah,
so we understand that, and we appreciate you lending your legal perspective to us. Is that all that we have on our agenda?
That was everything. Yeah.
Questions? No? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting today.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. I'll see everyone at our council meeting, hopefully in person in the chambers on the 20th. And again, thank you to the public for showing up, and we apologize once again that the message wasn't relayed to the public that we were just meeting via Zoom today. So our apologies, but thank you for showing up. Have a good day, everyone.